Okay, so the first thing I did when revising my speech analysis was I read through it a few times to make sure that I picked up on the errors that I made during writing the speech analysis. So after reading through it a few times, I realized that two of my major problems were some grammar issues and the flow of my analysis. Including the flow of the analysis, I also realized that I messed up on a lot of my transitions. They weren't very well in between paragraphs. So the first thing I did was I went through the introduction, made sure that it was all correct with the body of my paragraph, and that it corresponded well. So I went through that and edited things that may have seemed not pertinent to the rest of my analysis, and I also added things that I felt like were not included in my introduction that would have been in the body of my analysis. After I did that, I made sure that my transition between my introduction and my first body paragraph was well. At first, I really didn't have one in there, but then I added that one and it definitely flowed a lot better. Next, I went through each one of my body paragraphs, making sure that each one of them was corresponding with my introduction. Also, at the end of each paragraph, I realized that my transitions were not really there either, so I went back through and edited the ends to make sure that they flowed right into the next paragraph without an awkward stop or anything. After doing that, I went to my conclusion and made sure that it really tied back to my my body as a whole, and also it related back to my introduction, which explained my whole body part of my speech analysis. So the things that I really messed up on were definitely the flow and the transition with a few grammar errors. So definitely next time I write, I'm going to make sure that I really lay out my content before I start writing. I felt like I just jumped into it not really knowing what I was writing, so the flow wasn't completely there. And also read over it a few times to make sure that it makes sense and that my grammar is good. Also, I'm going to print it out and read it because if you read it on a computer, you're more likely to miss errors.